Hello and welcome to the very first Spirit Quest of 2024. It's been a journey. I'll give you that. I'll definitely give you. Um, and I'm just opening up my cell phone, right? Put it on the cell phone so I can actually see you guys. So comments is all on. I tell you what, this has been a pain in the rear. This, but you got to keep doing it. You got to make things happen. Karachi, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Don't forget, guys, make sure you share the show. Get it out there. Share it with your pals. Let's have a look and make sure I've got all of the stuff I need to be able to do tonight's show. Yes, I have. There we go. Nicola, good evening. Welcome to Nicola. Come out of Facebook. Nicola, Ryan, come out of Facebook, please, and go across to YouTube. Go to YouTube, top of the little thing at the top of the YouTube with the search bar. Paul Francis Medium. It'll take you right back to the show and come in via there. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Right, let's have a look at who I've got on the room. Lynn's joined us. Dawn Hatton. Hey, buddy, looking well. Hey, thank you very much, Dawn. Carol Fitzgerald, Horton, Carol, welcome to the show. Julia Evans, liked and shared, and glad you're better. Bless your heart. Amanda, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Carolyn Hockey, hope you're feeling better. Great to see you. I am feeling a lot better. I'm bored out of my trolley because I'm not a very good patient. I'm frank. My mother used to say to me, son, you were born without a patient button. Enough said. Hi, Sue. Welcome to the show, my darling. Good to see you. Sue, come out of Facebook, go on to YouTube. Far more stable. So if all of you guys who are not watching me on YouTube, go to YouTube, top of the very top of YouTube in the search bar, it'll say Paul, or just type in Paul Francis Medium, and it'll bring you right back to the show, or go onto my Facebook page and you'll see links to get to the show. Hi, Paul, here now, Nicola. This is during YouTube. Sounds like a posh business, doesn't it? Facebook has blocked 4 people's lives tonight. How would you know that if it's already blocked it? How would you know it's blocked 4 people's lives unless you obviously people have come on and said they blocked my life? But anyway, Facebook is way unstable. It's because it's run by AI. Oh, by the way, cheers, happy new year. Water, not alcohol. Okay. Everybody said hi to everybody. It's lovely to see you again. I have missed this. Now tonight, as it's the very first one back, I'll be doing more chatting and more, answering questions and things of that nature, rather than getting right back into doing the reads and stuff. I need to be 100% really before I do, get into that, to be absolutely 100% correct and honest. There she is, Sue Benny comes down now through on YouTube. Eileen Blackman, lovely to see you, darling. Water with lemon. I haven't got a cold. It's not a cold. It's my sinuses are blocked. It's not cold. I don't have cold symptoms. Ever since I got the COVID, it's been a nightmare to shift. So I have to think before I speak. Anyway, it was really kind of you guys to put up a load of questions. Lynn went nuts on questions. You just need to do one question, Lynn. I think you did about 8. You just need one question, because one question you can take 10 minutes to answer. So you got to remember that. But I think she was just trying to fill it out, thinking there's not enough questions. Dorothy Keegan, welcome to the show. Good to see you. You don't need to have a cold. It boosts your natural immunity. Well, I use Manuka honey when I'm doing stuff like that. I had sinus infection right after COVID, needed antibiotics. Yeah, I think that's what it's actually done to. I think the COVID really, I really not. You see, I think I had COVID before the pandemic, because I had all of the symptoms and knocked me off my feet for about a week. You guys might remember that before lockdown. And I'm pretty confident I had COVID then. So it was kind of, um, I'd already built up an immune system to it. So that was quite good. But this apparently, they're calling this super strain. And it's gone nuts over Christmas, which, people are all out doing stuff. And what do you expect? You know? Parachi, Tanya, welcome, Tanya, to the show. Good to see you. It's so great to see your face and hear your voice. I really appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Julia Evans says, me too. So can you can hear me okay? Everything all right enough? Because it's all in-ear stuff. It's called IEM, in-ear monitoring. So I'm going to be doing about an hour or so tonight, so I won't hold you too much. And then once we got back into into the swing of things. Now, listen, please, make sure you hit that like button. Really important. Hit that like button and then share the show. Share the show onto your Facebook pages. Share it, especially in your groups. Really do that for me. It's really important because I want to build this all up again. D3 good 2. D3 good 2. What does that mean, Julia? Is that like R2D2's brother? D3 good 2. Hi, my house sale chain has broken. Any help? Christine, I'm not too sure what you're asking me, Madonna, there, to be honest. Elderberry is one of the best for recovery. I eat a lot of blueberries and fresh fruits, so I rely working on the reality of stuff. Oh, it's reality, that's the wrong words. I work on health, the healthier concepts, really, to be honest. Carol Fitzgerald Horton, can I ask you to come out of Facebook, Carol, and go across to YouTube, please? Go across onto YouTube, top search bar, type in Paul Francis Medium. It'll bring you straight back here. Right. Glad to see you feeling better, says Eileen. To talk to us, and we missed you. That's very kind. I missed you guys too. Suzanne Dominkovic, maybe. Suzanne, welcome to the show. I noticed you're watching me on Facebook. Could I invite you to come out of Facebook and go across to YouTube? And on the top of YouTube, at the very top, there's a little search bar. Just type in Paul Francis Medium, and it'll bring you right back to this show. At which point, I'll ask you to subscribe to the show. It's all free of charge, and then hit the little notification icon, this little bell icon. And every time I do a show or a pop-up, you'll be notified to say Paul's doing a show. And so you'll never miss a show again, Suzanne. But it's great to see you here tonight. Come out of Facebook. It's completely and utterly unstable now. And that's why I don't do my shows on Facebook Live anymore. I'll do pop-ups on live because I'm only on for 10, 15, 20 minutes. I'll do a pop-up. But when I'm doing a show, it'll be going through this concept here. All right. You sound great, says Eileen. Oh, very good. Herbert Lopez, welcome to the show, Herbert. Good to see you. I and myself, Dorothy says, I and myself got very sick on Christmas Eve. Oh, God, what a night to get sick, darling. I'm so sorry. And ended up with this new virus. Didn't see Christmas in or bring in the new year. I got it literally. I started feeling it a day or two before New Year's. I was feeling a bit sort of like I'd run a marathon on New Year's, and I was like, I was feeling just like that. And then boom, bedridden. Next thing I know, I'm in an ambulance, and they carted me off to hospital, and I was just completely out of it. So didn't see Chris, brought in here, and we are so sick, but thank God we're out the other side. That's good to know, Dorothy. And the good thing about it is, even though you've gone through that horrible thing at the wrong time of the year to go through an illness, your body has built up antibodies. It's building up an immune system to fight what it is that you went through. So Christmas gift is you've got something there to fight with. Yeah, get in there. Come on, sickness. I'll have you one. I hope you're doing well, Suzanne. I am doing well, Suzanne, and thank you for asking. Carol Fitzgerald says, I tried for some reason it wouldn't let me. Try again, darling. And what I'll do is I'll ask Lynn to put up a link at the bottom here to get you in. All right, Lynn. So if you could put a link to the YouTube channel in the chat room here, Carol and Suzanne can click on that. So the son and I, gotcha. That makes sense now, doesn't it? I was thinking I'm dyslexic. My dyslexia is just going nuts. Liked and shared, Paul, says Herbert. Are you feeling better? I'm about, I'd say 85%. I'm about 85%. But if I waited to 100%, I would go nuts. I really, really would go nuts. So it's kind of why I'm coming in tentatively back to work. I'd rather be working. I hate not working. Oh God. I can't sit around the house. I'm a grouch. The kids all say, "Oh my God, Dad, get back to work for God's sake. You're a bloody grouch." Me and Tony got ill in Spain on Boxing Day. We only felt okay on New Year's Eve, the day we were flying home. Well, to be honest with you, that's again not a bad thing. There is nothing worse than flying when you're ill. I'll let you into a wee secret. I was doing a show, and part of the tour was we were in where was it? Oh God, I forgot the name of the place now. Anyway, we were in. I mean, it was really quite. It was very posh, you know, and limousines to and from the airport, suite in the hotel, all that. But the night before, I think it was no, it was the Saturday night. We were flying home Monday morning, and we had Sunday off. So we'd been touring, we'd been doing big shows, and on the Saturday night we were treated to dinner with the mayor. So we were having dinner with the mayor, so on and so forth. And of course, a different kind of spirit was involved. If you get my meaning, a different kind of spirit. And a lot of that different kind of spirit. So on Sunday, I was feeling rather ill, and on Monday morning, I had to be helped out of the limousine into the airport, and from the airport into the airplane, and I had to fly Lanzarote. That's where it was. I had to fly all the way from Lanzarote to the UK. And I just remember climbing on the board the airplane and said to the air hostess, I think you should probably get me about 4 or 5 sick bags and just leave them by me. And she says, I'll get you a pillow and a blanket. And she did. And to be honest with you, that was good. I had some water and slept the whole flight back, which is exactly what I needed. But I was feeling, oh. So flying and sick, they are not good bedfellows. Make sure you like the show, please, ladies and gentlemen of the world. And make sure you share the show, please. Yes, I am very spiritual. Yes, I am. I do my best to help people around the world, but I'm still a bloke, and I've still got my pals, and we still have a bit of fun, and we enjoy ourselves, and we don't do anything that's going to hurt people. So, a wee beverage now and again. But that was a lot younger, by the way, a lot younger back then. Virgin on stupid, but a lot younger. Sending you light energies that bring you comfort into your heart. So it's very kind, Melissa. Thank you, Melissa. That's very, very, very pleasant of you. Thank you so much. Melissa, can I invite you to come out of Facebook? Please come out of Facebook. It's so unstable. Go into YouTube, and in the search bar at the top, just type in Paul Francis Medium, and it'll bring you right back to the show. And please sign up and subscribe to the show, and you'll never miss another show. Amanda's lost a head drop because thinking about me hammered on a plane. Lots of love and healing from South Africa, says Shani. Bless your heart. Thanks, very kind of you. Thank you. Oh God, we got an idiot. let's block that idiot straight away. Why do you have to come into other people's shows, you morons? And you see this cretin here? That's somebody who's trying to rip you off, all right? So the best thing to do with an idiot like that is literally delete and get blocked. Okay, so look, these people here, if they have to come over to other people's shows like they're doing here, this cretin here, then best thing to do is the best thing to do is just get rid of them, you know, and that's what we'll do. I'm on a touch screen thing here now, which is new to me, and I'm about done with it, to be honest with you. Okay, so there you go. Let's put up Lynn. Everyone, please go to YouTube, type in the search bar Top Roll Francis. There you go. I'll let Lynn explain that to you. So when you have cretins like this Theaquara moron, they are rip-off merchants. And if you could please just literally, best thing to do is report them to Facebook, because they're liars and cheats, and they're just trying to extract money from you. And anybody who is going to jump into other people's shows, that tells you pretty much everything about that particular person, doesn't it? So Faye's just joined us. Hiya, Faye. Hi, Paul, everyone. Liked and shared the show. Faye, thank you so very much. Now, if I'm correct, Faye, and you're going to have to work with me now because my brain is literally working 24 to 36 hours behind me. It's catching me up. Am I with you next Tuesday night? You'll have to remind me. So could well be that I could be with Faye next Tuesday night on her show. Good evening, Julie Evans. Good to see you. Carol Horton. Am I in the right place, Paul? Carol, I have no doubt you're in the right place. You're asking me a question. Very kind of you to be here. Christine Kramer Brown, the people buying my house have lost their sale, which means that they have to resell before I could buy. Sweet because will I still be able to move and buy this cottage? You're having a great day. Well, Christina, in a question like this, the law of attraction is everything. The law of attraction. Okay. The world of house buying and house selling is they know everything about chains. That's what it's called, a chain. Okay. Sometimes the chain is quick, sometimes it's really slow, sometimes there's a breakage in the chain, but somebody will repair the link. But the law of attraction is everything to do with that. If you're convinced you're not going to get your way through that particular chain, I can pretty much guarantee you won't. However, if you keep your mind focused on it, getting to where you need to be, I'm pretty confident it'll happen. All right, that's a good link into the Q&As. Roberta Sheridan Neely said to me, "Will this run of bad luck ever change?" It's again the law of attraction. The law of attraction. Okay, whilst your mind is focused, purely focused on bad luck, that's all your mind sees. It sees bad luck. It's up to you to stop it and decide, no, I've had enough of this. That's exactly how I did. I went, yeah, no, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with this bad luck. I'm done with this negative life. I'm done with the idiots in my life who bring me nothing but negativity. And I started cutting people out of my life. I cut a lot of people out of my life who weren't good for me. Okay, I cut a lot of people out of my life who were clingers. And I call them clingers. They were riding on the coattails. You know, I was working hard to get somewhere, and they were just kind of riding on my coattails. So cut a lot of them out. Get rid of what doesn't serve you. Okay, and here's the big thing you need to get rid of: guilt. Get rid of guilt out of your life. Guilt is a no-win scenario. Get rid of it. Do not associate. And people will still try to hit you with, yeah, but, oh, okay, like, you know, I guess I'm not good enough. Well, if you think you're not good enough, it's your problem, not mine. All right. And if you're trying to make me feel guilty, that isn't going to work because I don't associate with guilt. And you need to say that over and over and over and over Okay? Do not associate with guilt. All right? If you have done your best for people, if you've gone out of your way to help people and they're still not helping themselves, then there's nothing you can do about it. Okay? Know in your heart, know in your head that you did everything you could to help that person. It's their choices that brings them whatever they want. So, Roberta, my advice to you is go line. That's it. Okay. If the situations you're involved with are not working, get rid of it. Okay. You don't keep a car if it no longer works. If your car engine is seized or the wheels no longer work, you don't keep it. You get rid of it and you get a new one. Right? You get a positive car, one that's going to get you from A to B. Okay. If there's two cars sitting in your garage, if you've got two cars, you walk out to your garage and there are two cars there, you know one's going to definitely get you from A to B in a fairly safe and fairly comfortable way. The other one, you're not too sure about. You think, well, it's a nice car, but I don't know if it's going to get me to. It might get me to B, but it definitely won't get me back again. Well, which car are you going to choose? Are you going to choose the one that might get you there and back? Or are you going to choose the one that's going to definitely get you there and back? Think about it. The positive action that you take reflects and affects your life. I'll say it again. The positive actions you take reflect and affect your life in positive ways. It's that simple. It really is. So I'm going to carry on. Elaine Blackman has said to me, will my husband forgive me? And does he love me unconditionally? Well, first and foremost, Elaine, why would you think otherwise? Why would you think otherwise? Alrighty. So that's what you've got to really consider. Why would you think otherwise? Why would you think he wouldn't forgive you? And why would you think he doesn't or would never have loved you unconditionally? Because that's not his thinking, that's your thinking. Alrighty. So you have to change how you think. You have to change how you perceive things. A lot of people make decisions based on emotion, and they don't. And what they do is they allow the emotion to overtake the actual facts of the scenario. So people will get, if the facts don't suit them, okay, if the fact doesn't suit them, they get emotional about it. But you can bounce off all of the walls and you'll be coming right back to this particular point where the fact still doesn't suit you. Okay, so just remove emotion from the scenario and deal with the fact. Okay, so Eileen, it really isn't about what your husband thinks, it's about what you think. Okay, are you a good enough person to be loved unconditionally? That's a really good question to ask yourself. Are you good? I've actually asked myself that. I went through a couple of relationships that didn't work out. And I was beginning to think it was me. I really did begin to think of me. And what I did was I allowed other people's thinking to affect me. Maybe I'm not good. Maybe I don't deserve happiness. Maybe I don't deserve love. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not a good enough dad. Maybe I'm not a good enough person. I went through all of that until a really good friend sat me down and gave me a right hook. Wake the hell up, you prat. Excuse me? Do you think you are not a good enough person? No, I know I'm a good enough person. Then remember that. Go from there. Okay. My dad asked me, his last words were, son, that stuff you do, is it real? And I said to my dad, okay, I tell you what, rather than me trying to convince you what I do is real, how about we do this? You've known me all my life. From the moment I popped out into this world, you've known me. And he said, yes. And I said, am I the kind of person that would rip people off in the darkest moments of their lives? He went, God, no. No way. No, you couldn't steal a toffee from a shop. I said, so let's start from there. So it's about what you think of you, not what other people think of you. Okay, it's what you think of you that's important. So, will your husband forgive you? But why would he need to forgive you? Okay, that's the question. Let's go down here. You are with me on Phase Angels. Yay! On Tuesday night, there you are, folks. Work that into your diary. This coming Tuesday night, I will be with the amazing Faye on Phase Angels. I'll be one of her angels. Carol Fitzgerald says, Suzanne Dominkovic. Is that, I don't know how I pronounce Suzanne. I would like to know if my love life will improve in the next months. Appreciate it. Once again, Suzanne, it is not down to spirit, my darling. It's not down to spirit. Okay, let me just tell you something. All right, I have tried to. I've tried. Taught. I've taught psychics and mediums all over the world. Right, and I have taught psychics and mediums to understand that you must take you whatever. So I'm just going to put that up so people can see that. There you go. You must take responsibility for the information you give. You must. If I give you information, then I must take responsibility for that information. Two reasons. One, that the information is correct, and number two, you've received it in the exact way I was meant to present it to you. Now, I could sit here all day. I could sit here all day, Suzanne, and tell you that your love life is going to get. Oh, I see flowers. I see roses about you. I see beautiful rainbows, blue skies. The whole world is going to land at your feet. But if you don't believe that, there is no point in me painting that beautiful picture for you, right? I could literally tell you that on. Oh, I just noticed that this horrible um, plug system in the wall is. I'm just going to turn the camera so you can't. There you go. So there's no point in me painting a stunningly beautiful picture if you don't believe it. Suzanne, you are a good enough person. You are an amazing human being. You have an immense capacity to love. All right? Your heart is full. Who the hell wouldn't want to love you? Duh. Okay? Now, it's not a matter of running out onto the street and grabbing the first person and go, you'll do. Okay? There's much more to love than the feelings of love. Okay? Love has to have the capacity to grow. Okay? And continue to grow. And it shapes and it reshapes and it grows and it expands. And guess what? You start to affect the people around you because of your happiness, because of your intense love for the person that you're with and their love for you. You start to affect the world around you in a very positive way. The very fact that you have that capacity to be able to do that means you're going to attract the right person. Yes, of course you're going to love again. Of course you're going to attract the right person. You might attract the odd shall we say, looks good on the outside, but the inside of the package isn't that great. So don't jump in both feet. Go for walks on the beaches, discover, learn, enhance, appreciate, give and take. It's all about balance. So, Suzanne, yes, you will learn. And I see the end of August being significant for you. Alrighty? Carol says to me, Carol Fitzgerald Horton says, oh, I've had an 18-year-old relationship and we haven't been in touch for a while now. I wanted to know, is our friendship really over? What you got to ask yourself, Carol, is why would you consider that? Just because you're not, I don't, let's put it this way. I can go months without being in touch with my daughters. Okay. That doesn't mean that they're not going to be my daughters anymore. It just means they're busy and I'm busy. Doesn't mean I love them any less. Doesn't mean they love me any less. Just means sometimes life gets in the way. And more importantly, if you've been in an 18-year relationship and haven't been in touch for a while, it's a two-way street, not one. There are two sides. Okay. As my Johanna taught me, she goes, one story's good until another one's told. That's a really good way of thinking. I like that, actually. Let's have a look at more on the screen. Carol Horton says, I've moved from Facebook to YouTube. That was my question about. All right, I think I've answered your, well, I hope I've answered your question. Yes, I did. So, Carol, you can actually make that happen, my darling. But remember, if communication isn't one way, okay? When you have communication one way, it's called instruction. Okay, communication is present, receive, two way. Ready? So, if something doesn't work right for you, then ask why. Right? If it's not working right for you because of reasons that maybe don't fit with you, but you still know where you are. Okay, when you don't know where you're standing, you got to find out. It's communication. Dawn Johnson says to me, will my youngest daughter unblock me and start talking to me again, please? And thank you. I find that amazing. I find that, will my daughter unblock me? You can't unblock. Okay. All right. It's this simple. All right. I said, I had an argument with somebody. No, sorry, I beg your pardon. I didn't have an argument with anybody. I had a conversation with somebody the other day, and I was talking about divorce. And I said, divorce is a concept of man. And people were going, what? And I said, divorce is a concept of man. When you have, when you got together with someone and you create life, i.e., children, then that link is forever. It's not no matter how many solicitors and judges and bits of paper will not change that family tree. Okay, that family tree is forever. Okay, same as when you have a son and daughter. They're your son and your daughter forever. Nothing changes that. Okay. If you've got a technical issue in what your you can't get through to your daughter on Facebook, or you can't get through to her Messenger, or you can't get through to YouTube, or you get through to her TikTok, or any of the rest of those crazy things, then send her a letter. Okay. And if you can't get through to a letter, you know what? Go round, knock on the door and go, let's chat. Okay. What you want to do is you want to create a barrier, or you want to take that barrier down. That, my darling, is down to you, nobody else. Good question. So I quite enjoyed those questions. Lynn puts a question to me. Why does the universe remove people from our lives? The universe does not remove people from our lives. You remove people from our lives. Okay? The universe appeases us and follows our instruction. Okay? I was saying to somebody tonight, they were like ogling over, oh my God, your house is beautiful. Oh my God. I don't know, oh, the house that I have is, and I said, stop. And they were like, what? I said, what you're doing is you're monetizing your thoughts. And they were like, what? I remember having a conversation with my daughter, and the conversation, I'm not gonna give you the full, I'm gonna condense it right now. I was looking at houses, and I saw this house, and I went, wow. And this is about 30 years ago. Oh no, wrong. She was very much able to communicate with me. So I would say about 23 years ago, something like that, 20 years ago. And yeah, let's call it 20 years ago. And I said to her, oh, I'm going to own that house. And she saw the price, and she said to me, Dad, you're living in La La Land. That price is that price of that house is way over 500,000. And I said, isn't that funny? And she said, what? And I said, I see the house, but you see the reason why not. You see the price. You just see the money. I see the house. You see the money. So what I see is what I want and what I'm going to receive. And the universe says, you want that house? Okay. But if you in the back of your mind are saying, I want this house, and in the back of your mind say, you say to yourself, but I know I'm not going to afford it. The universe goes, okay. If, as Lynn puts it, does the universe remove people from our lives? No, the universe does not make decisions for us. The universe follows our decision-making process. So if you're saying to people, if you're saying out there to the universe, I really can't have that person in my life. It really is doing my nut in. I'm not a pleasant person to be around when I'm around them. And it's taking up lifetime that I won't get back. The universe goes, okay, it follows your pattern, not creates patterns for you. What's the best way to develop as a medium, says Amanda? Well, now here's the thing. Not all, you see, first and foremost, all psychics are not, sorry, everybody is psychic. Every human being is psychic. You've got a level of psychic ability. But not all people who are psychics are mediums. All mediums are psychic, but not all psychics are mediums. Okay, so when you're working with spirit, okay, the best way to do it is absolute. Look, okay, there's no getting around this. It's total and utter focus, 100% focus. And you need there's so many elements about it's like driving a car. Alrighty. First and foremost, you need to know how to open the car. It helps to get in. Then you got to sit down. You got to figure out, is your car a stick shift or is it automatic? Can you drive both? Do you know how to make the pedal work? Do you know how to make the brakes work? Do you know how to make the indicators, the wiper? So it's a complete focus of getting all the moving parts to do the right things at the right time. And there are a lot of people out there who do 6 months of training as a medium and then they think they call themselves mediums. No, they're not. They're trainee mediums. Okay, you don't know who you're open to, you don't know what you're open to, you don't know what if anything at all, that this energy you're linking to is actually what it says it is. Okay, there's a multitude of stuff you have to learn. And that's why I teach from a standpoint of protection. Okay, all of my students will remember the 3 P's, PPP, protection of self, protection of client, protection of the environment, PPP. Good question though. All righty, so, all right, so there's a few of you sent me the same questions a few times. All righty, okay. Well, Lynn sent me a load of questions, so I'm going to try and answer a few people's different questions. Ronnie Huff says to me, how do you learn to recognize when your guides are shifting? That's a good question, by the way. When do you recognize when your guides are shifting? Well, it's going to affect different people in different ways, but it's a kind of a feeling like all of a sudden you've become alone. I remember getting it happened to me the first time, and I was thinking, oh my God, it's gone. Oh my God, my abilities are gone. Oh my God, I don't feel anything. And then Sean came in close. And she went, no, 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 it's not gone. You're having a change of guard. It's called, or I refer to it as a change of guard. So basically, there's a feeling of it's kind of like when you're in a classroom, okay? So you imagine you're in the classroom, and 2/3 of the class get up and leave. You kind of feel a wee bit empty. You kind of feel a wee bit lonely, weirdly enough, and it's a feeling like that. So when your guides who are with you to teach you have taught you all that they need to teach you, and it's there, then they begin to move on. As they're moving on, another set will come in. Okay, so that changeover period can feel a wee bit lonely. Can feel a wee bit sort of like, oh my God, I think I've lost it. And then all of a sudden, after about a day or two, maybe three, maybe even a week, you'll start feeling the whole lot of it will come back, if not more. Good question. There's a second part to that question. How many times has your guides changed over the years to keep the ones that I've got now? Well, my guides still continue to change. I do have a team. Okay, I have a team that I work with and have worked with for many years. But even then, that team will grow from time to time. On occasion, there'll be another new person come in, but all the original members still stay. But my other teaching guides still come and go. So it'll continue as you grow. As you grow as a person and as you grow as a psychic and a medium, as I'm beginning to work into different fields of mediumship, I'm going to be doing different levels of work. They'll come and go. They will come and go. Focus is what I've been doing. Thank you, Christine. It'll work out for you. Trust me. Do I know? Dorothy Keegan says, I know I've got a long road ahead of me this year with my health. I have a health-related problem I'm trying to solve, but positively looking forward. Dorothy, totally focus on all of the things that are going to happen for you. Okay? Not like, oh my God, yeah, but what about for you? Everything's going to be working. Life happens for you and with you. Okay? Every downfall is an opportunity in disguise. Every time you trip up and fall over, there's an opportunity in disguise. Okay? Look for the opportune moment. Look for what you can get out of it. Even the darkest moments of your life has something to teach you. Okay? It's how you perceive the situation, how you perceive what it is you're dealing with. All right? I did the same and feel amazing, says Nicola Ryan. Guilt is the worst thing ever. It is, Dorothy. Get rid of it out of your life. Don't associate with it. Okay, where are we? Tanya says, hi, Mama Faye. Hi, Tanya. I'm sure she's saying. Where are we? Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen of the world. If you have asked me a question and I have not answered it, it's because the whole thing's moved really quickly and I miss half of them. So do apologize. Aline says, thank you, Paul. You're welcome. Suzanne says, yes, correct. Thank you, Suzanne. Where are we? I didn't even notice a plug sock because that's my negative thinking, you see. Thank you for answering my question. You're very, very welcome. Hola, Roger. Roger Garza's in the house. Hola, Roger. Welcome. Good to see you. Parachi says, anything for me? I don't respond to that. Maria Spacchifiare. It's funny that you should come in, Maria Spacchifiore. I cooked Italian for my family tonight. Watching you on my TV. Hi. Hi. Right up, nearly knocked the camera off there. Amanda says, thank you, welcome. I am being positive at present. Will this continue for me and my son? Well, what do you think? What do you think, Dorothy? Okay, if you're going to stay absolutely, the very fact that you said will this, it means to me that you're not being positive, right? Because you're letting doubt in. You should never have doubt. Shouldn't have a place. It's the same as guilt. It doesn't have a space in your life. Okay, remove doubt, remove space. Or sorry, remove doubt, remove guilt. Because when you remove doubt and guilt out of your space, it's like getting rid of apps of your phone you don't need. It frees up space for good stuff. Okay, keep your mind focused on things that are going to happen for you, goals that you want to achieve, and then go out and make them happen. If it's to be, it's up to me. You got to say that. Say it over and over and over again. If it's to be, it's up to me. I'm not supposed to be working tonight, but clearly Sean has brought somebody in. I'm having an energy connected to the name Trevor. Okay, there's a strong T like a Trevor. I think there's a birthday and an anniversary in it right now, and somebody crosses over with an illness from diagnosis to the crossing was very, very quick. I'm getting a towel thrown in, so in other words, they probably were fighting this for quite some time and then just went, I can't do this anymore, threw the towel in. So for Sean to bring that in, then I've got to respond to somebody. There's somebody in the room tonight that has that name. It's a strong T like Trevor. I'm hearing the name Trevor being shouted. In fact, it's backing it up. They're showing me Harry Potter, where Neville Longbottom goes after his toad called Trevor. And so the name Trevor's got to be a part of it. Dorothy Keegan says, I have had dark moments in my life, but I've risen from it stronger and do things differently. There you go. That's what it's all about. Everybody has dark moments in their life. Everybody's dark times in their life. But it's what you do with those dark times to make yourself stronger. As somebody said, I have no idea who said it, but they're right. What doesn't bring you down can only make you stronger. You go. Maria says that was huge, made me laugh. Suzanne Vinicum, Sue Vinicum says, have I missed nearly anything? No, you haven't missed anything, darling. I've just been doing Q&A stuff, so you have not missed a thing. All right, I'm just going to go through. Another question from Lynn is, when a child crosses over and the only person they knew was their grandfather before they passed, would they feel intimidated by other relatives? No, no, you're thinking about it. All right, so when people ask me questions like that, you know, they're thinking about it from the perspective of here, not the perspective of there. All right, the perspective on the other side of life doesn't have the hang-ups we have. It doesn't have the inhibitions we have. Okay, when you cross into a place of total peace, total love, total tranquility, total abstinence of fear, the abstinence of illness, the abstinence of sickness, the abstinence of sadness. There's no intimidation. They're going to be met, greeted, loved beyond. And in fact, we as human beings cannot, we can't explain the love that's available on the other side of life. We don't have the right words to be able to explain what it is. Okay. The love from that side of life is just ridiculous. Okay. It's past what we consider as love. You can be with somebody and being totally wrapped up in that bubble, totally wrapped up in that moment, totally wrapped up in absolution and life, and think with my soulmate, 100 times that again. Okay. Tanya says, Paul, would you please expand? I'm assuming was she right there. Expand on what you see regarding Trevor. That the name just came into me, Tanya. What Sean is my master guide. She's with me 24/7. And she said, for her to come into me and bring this energy through, then clearly there's somebody here that needs to get a message. The gentleman or the person connected to the Trevor wants me to explain that their illness was quick. They're on the other side. Gotcha. That they're safe and on the other side of life. They are happy and safe on the other side of life. There would have been a big disbelief about going to the other side of life. There would have been a very much a frequency breakdown of maybe religious connotations. I'm not too sure. I could be guessing on what I'm feeling, but it feels to me that a certain amount of it believes and another certain amount of it goes absolute rubbish. So there's a continuity or a meeting of two masses there. But it's important to get across that they're there, they're happy, they're safe. But there's a whole thing of throwing in the towel, throwing in the whole, I can't do this anymore. So there's a whole thing of throwing in the towel there. There's a connection as well, Tanya, to the name Peter, like a strong P. Wants me to connect it, and there's a February connection on the 2nd of a month, significant already. Tanya, don't be afraid to ask me what it is that you want to know. But that's the information that I've got coming through. But I've got this energy quite excited. I will say that. The energy is quite excited. I'll give you that. Hi Jojo, welcome to the show. Can I invite you to come off Facebook? Facebook's it's completely unstable. Come off Facebook, go into YouTube, and join me through there. We've got another idiot. So if somebody could get rid of that Mary Great person, that would do me a big favor. And get rid of the. Why do they keep jumping on people's shows like this? And again, Facebook. Now, if you complain to the Facebook about these idiots, they won't do anything about it. Thank you, says Tanya. I appreciate that. My boyfriend is named Trevor, but it's not passed. Okay, no, it's connected to the name Trevor. Perhaps this message is for somebody else on tonight's show. When I say names, I don't. Well, I explain. Well, I wasn't expecting to do any readings because normally when I do readings, I explain this all in advance. But when I say names, don't automatically assume that this person's crossed. It's either who they are, who's with them, or please say hello to. Okay, so in your case, if Trevor is your significant other, then the energy could well be passing down, say hi to. Okay, but there's a name like Pete, Peter, Peta, that kind of a name connected in here as well. Gosh, where do these people just, why do they just sort of this Mary Great Mary, Great Mary Mayors. Karen, any message? Hi, there's a message. Got it, says Tanya. Okay. So, 25 past 8. I've been on here an hour. Boom, like that. Wow. So I'm trying to go through these messages that that were sent to me. Let's have a look at another one here. Done Ronnie's. Okay. I'm just looking at the messages that were sent to me. I think I've gone through most of them. Can I explain shadow work? Right. Well, the shadow work that I am connected to, the shadow work that I understand is right. It's more in to do with what's called physical mediumship. Okay, which you've got. It's I love all this work, right? So you've got mediumship in what I do. Then you have what's called physical mediumship, and it's something that I want to do in the not too distant future. Once we've got the new studios built, we're going to do what's called physical medium night, where we have a whole pile of night vision cameras, but the room itself, to the people in that room, will be absolutely total black, dark. You won't be able to see a hand from your face. And then we invite energies to connect to us through that. So our senses grow, okay? But we also give the energies an opportunity to be able to let us know by ringing bells and doing things of that nature. But one of the technical things that people, that spirit can use is called shadow work. Okay, so what happens is you have a point of where a laser sends out hundreds of thousands of laser beams. Okay, and then as a spirit passes through those laser beams, they leave a shadow on the wall. Okay, and that is what I understand is shadow work. Alrighty. Um, I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody or any teams or any persons out there. They may come through to you with work and names and different. It's kind of like matrixing. Alrighty, you see what you want to see, you hear what you want to hear. I'm not a big believer in. I mean, I have the techniques, I have the equipment to do all of that. You know, it shoots up and down radio frequencies, and then words will fly out. I'm not a big buyer of that particular thing because your mind hears what it wants to hear. Oh, it said this. Oh, it said that. And that's what you want to hear. So that falls under the heading of matrixing. There are other techniques out there where the energies will use direct contact. There will be words that it will. There's other very much more efficient technical abilities out there where you're not um, supposing, because the words will come up on their own in their own way. So it's not flying through frequencies and you hear what you want to hear. If you want to do any work on your own and you've got yourself, actually, if you've got a really good cell phone these days, you can do it that way. Sit in the absolute quiet, put your cell phone on record, turn your mic up to full, ask questions and just sit quietly. Then through time, ask another question, sit quietly, and then go back and listen through, listen through the recording. If you do it through white noise is a good way because spirit can use white noise because white noise gives off energy, so they can use it for two ways: audio and building up of energy. But as for flipping up and down frequencies, very skeptical of that. But like I say, there's multiples of ways of making things happen, and that's called physical mediumship. Good question, tonight. I'm enjoying the show. I can connect to a Peter, okay, but it's connected to who I was dealing with a minute ago, Maria, my darling. It was connected to the Trevor. The energy comes in close to recognize that name as being connected. Hi from San Antonio, Texas, Erica. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Jojo's joined us on YouTube. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel on YouTube, please do that now. Hit the subscribe button and then hit the little notification bell icon. Hit that. Now, the reason you hit that, now all of this here is all free of charge. There's no cost to you in any way, shape, or form. So basically, when you hit the subscribe button, you're helping the channel. And then when you hit the notification, is every time I do a show, every time I do a pop-up, you'll be notified that I'm going to be doing a show and doing a pop-up. Now, all of you lovely people who are on my subscription and to my YouTube channel, thank you for being here. I promised you guys that I would give you, all of the subscribers, a gift, which is a free copy of the album Rain. That is going to happen. Due to all of the different changes and not getting into the home that we were getting into pre-Christmas, I wasn't able to physically get that sorted. But that being said, we are very, very close to that finalization of that house, which has got the studio on it, in which case I can then give you your gift. So everybody who subscribes to my channel will receive a free copy of that particular album. There's also a scenario coming up very shortly, and I think it'll be here at the start of February, where there's going to be a place where you can come and be in my one-to-one seminars, okay, where you can be actually with me in a seminar where I'll be teaching you one-to-one, okay. I will only keep those groups in numbers of like 10. When I'm doing the bigger seminars, I can still talk to you all individually, but obviously the more time I'm talking to one person, there's less time spent with somebody else, and so on and so forth. But all of that is going to be happening over the next weeks and months. Paul, how can I tell someone's auras colors? It takes a lot of training to do that, to be honest with you. Some people are born with a gift to be able to see auras. Some people can go right up and just see the auras. So if I sit still, for an example, right now, and I want you to look at me, so I'm going to sit still and shut up for a second, but I'm actually looking at my own aura right now. So if you're looking at me right here, then you'll start to see a frequency like going right around me, okay? Going right around there and down my shoulders. But then it'll expand out a little bit. And then you might start to see colors. Like for an example, at the minute I'm linked to my beautiful guide Chan, so there's more of a gold and yellow color around me, okay? And more of a white because I'm linked up to spirit. And you might see more of like a blue around my shoulders. So if I just sit still for a second, look at my forehead, but with your peripheral vision, see the outer edges of my physique, head and shoulders. And then you'll start to see colors starting to slip in and out there. But if you don't worry, because it does take practice. Okay, it takes a bit of time, it takes training, and then it'll take more motivation. It'll take there's more stuff that people see, right? And that's how you learn to see the aura. It is, but you can guess the wrong aura. So don't assume. Just look at it and see it. I mean, I'm looking at my own aura right now, and I'm seeing the color. I'm also seeing green flickering in and out. So uh, Carol says, I see yellow. Yes, that would be right. Yellow, gold, because I'm connected with my guides. So there's a white, yellow, gold connection, which is the higher levels. You'll also, I will have the yellow and gold around me as protection as well. So I see an aqua blue, which is perfect because the blue will be donated to communication. Okay. So that's good questions to talk about, Faye, on your show Tuesday night. So those are good things there to ask about, you know, and what the seminars will entail and how people can understand what those particular colors do and understand. So I'm communicating for an example, the throat chakra here is denoted in the color blue. Okay, and blue means communication. So the throat chakra, communication center, will be blue, and that will be part of the aura. Okay, Julie Evans sees that. So if as you're seeing these colors around me, you'll probably see them fluctuate. Okay, you might see them because I'm actually deliberately trying to fluctuate them now. So you might actually see fluctuations in my. I'm actually putting in a specific. I'm actually bringing up a particular color in my aura right now. So try and don't guess. Don't guess. And don't get me, and listen, you will not be wrong. Okay, you will not be wrong. Have confidence. So looking past me right now, okay, and even for people who will be watching this later on, you know, through YouTube and whatever else, don't take the mickey. Give it a go. It won't hurt. What have we got to lose? Nothing. Give it a shot. The auras are affected by the chakras and by the outer, so the life energy around you. Okay, but because I'm in total work mode, I go into a ritual before I go into my work mode, and that ritual is also met with my guides and protectors from the other side of life and my family on the other side of life. So Carol says purple. You're very close. Julie Evans says, I love seeing auras. You're very close, Carol. I'm like I said, I'm not saying you're wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I'm doing something specific. I wonder can any of you pick it up? And I want you to do it very, very quickly because in about 6 minutes, I'll be finished. Auras move from aqua blue to pink and to yellow. A little, yeah, right. Okay. Again, Maria says violet. Again, understand that? Hot pink, says Carla Merrill. Violet. That's lovely. That's lovely. And you are very much on the right track. Violet is says Eileen. Once again, you're all very much on the right track. Very on the right track. You're very, very, very much definitely seeing what the right things. I'll explain to you momentarily why you're seeing what you're seeing. And believe me, I'm very impressed. Very impressed. Now She won't listen to me because I've said it to her on a number of occasions. But Faye is a natural psychic. She won't. I've said it to her a few times. She's a natural psychic, and I would look forward to expanding her abilities more to probably bring. I think what Faye is lacking is just confidence in this field, and then streamlining what you don't need. My teacher, I had the best teacher for me. I had the ability to um, have any teacher, to be honest with you, but I had the best teacher for me. I knew she was my teacher when she sat me down and she said, "Paul, I will teach you everything I know, but not everything I know will fit for you. You will find your own feet." So I've always said that to my students around the globe. I will teach you everything I know, but be open to finding your own feet. Um, Roger says white, yellow, and blue. Yes, yes, white, yellow, and blue. That would make absolute sense. As when we're dealing with spirit, the white connection is the spirit, spiritual connection, and also with the white connection, we're connected to the universe. The yellow or gold is my guides and protectors, and the blue is the communication, because the blue chakra is the throat chakra, and that denotes communication. I will be finishing in literally 5 minutes time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you why each one of you were correct. Okay. So how are colors made? Colors are, oddly enough, all made from frequency. Okay. Frequency is all how colors work. So yellow, for an example, yellow makes you feel brighter, lifts you. It's a very lifting kind of a color frequency. You have a green. When you have a green, you become more, should we say, grounded, more linked, more connected. Odd enough, why green is denoted as the chakra or the heart. Okay. Now, let's, for example, for you and say violet. Violet is the violet flame, for an example. Violet is one of the most spiritual colors you can get. But what is violet made from? Okay. So if I take yellow and I take white and I take red and I start to note them together, what are you going to get? You're starting to get violet. Okay. What I was sending up through was I was grounding myself. I was putting my feet flat on the floor. I was sending roots out through my feet to connect to the earth, pulling that energy up on my grounding or my rooting chakra, which is red. Okay, so I was pulling that red up and trying to fill my aura with red as in a grounding. And why Dawn would also see orange. So you get the red and the yellow mixed together, you get orange. So your frequencies are all correct. You're seeing all the right things. Now, what I would do in my seminars is I would teach you how to separate those all, how to balance them all, and how to mingle them as you want yourself. Okay. I would teach you how to be deflective of other people's negative energies. I will teach you how to eventually politely get rid of the people in your life you don't need, the ones who are just the negheads and just bring you, when they're finished talking to you, you're like, oh God, those people. Teach you how to get rid of all them politely. Although being Irish, I'm not that polite. I usually go, it's time for you to leave. Ladies and gentlemen, I have 3 minutes left, so I would like to share with you my absolute delight in being back to work. It has made me feel great. I know I'm going to be tired tomorrow, but I don't care. I'm happy. I'm so glad I'm back to work. I will be with you all on Tuesday night next week with the beautiful Faye on Faye's Angels. Do come and join me for that. and I will answer your questions. So come and chat to me one-to-one through Faye. I'm looking forward to it. I love being interviewed. It's not that I'm the one doing the interviewing, but it's not that often I get the opportunity to be the guest. There is so much great things about to happen, guys, that you're going to absolutely enjoy. I'm a big believer in things happening for reasons. Okay, there was a reason why our house was pushed back until end of January, February. There was a reason for that to happen. And you would not believe the stuff that has happened to myself and Johanna in the last 48 hours. I'm not going to share it with you. It's personal and business mixed together. But it's just mind-boggling. I sit back here sometimes with my glass of water and I go, oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. Things that you may have written off and you think, oh, I was sure that was going to happen. The timing wasn't right. That's all. Because the things that I'd sat down and went, oh, I was sure that was going to happen. They are happening. So I'm loving it. And you guys will all benefit from it. So happy to see you, says Faye. Excited to have you on my show. I can't wait. We'll talk about your plans for 2024. Love to chat about ours. Let's chat about that. And let's chat about anything you want to talk about. Just ask me questions, Faye. I will always answer them. Multiples of them. Everything happens for reasons, says Dorothy, but I'd like to say thanks. Hopefully you can make it on Tuesday night. Oh, that's so kind of you. I'm going to ask a favor from you guys, okay? And what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to share, get it out there and say, hey, listen, he's going to be live on Faye's show Tuesday night. Let's go and support him. Let's go and do that. Julie Evans is going, yay! So, so let's go and let's make this happen. Sounds as if you must be happy. Yes, timings are what things are all about, especially with the new house, etc. All the energies in here are just amazing. Thanks again for sending any healing energy. And I'm sorry, thanks again. And I'm sending healing energy to me. Carol, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for a great show. Keep getting stronger, Carol. And you can be absolutely sure that I'm going to do my very, very best. I'm going to make myself absolutely tip top. And Johanna says to me, I need you around for the next 40 years. And I said to her, but I'll be 100. And she goes, I don't care. I'm right. Anyway, my dear friends around the globe, thank you for your support. Thank you for being there. Thank you for always being fanatical about what we do. I love that. It gives me so much energy to be able to keep going. Dorothy says, Irish. Oh, yes, I will definitely be appearing in Ireland this year. That will absolutely be happening. I'm going to be doing 2 shows in Ireland this year. Can't wait till Tuesday night. Looking forward to that. I've actually got a weekend where I'm going to be having such a giggle with my family. I'm looking forward to that. And things are brilliant. Looking forward to life ahead. Things are just brilliant. Thank you for being there. I'm going to wish you all good night. God bless. Look out for each other. Communicate, appreciate, and validate everybody in your life. So a medium never has to do it for you. Take time out every day just for you. Switch the world off. Tell your friends, tell your family, leave you alone. Give yourself at least 30 minutes every day just for you. And enjoy what's out there. I take time out every day, every night, and I just stare into the stars. And I get so much peace out of that. It's amazing. Happy birthday month, my friend. Yeah, this is the 1st of February. This is the birthday month. I turned pink 60 this year. Phase, put it, I'm just going to bring it up there so people can see it. 4 p.m. Central Time, 10 p.m. Tuesday UK time. So on 4 p.m. Central Time, make sure you're all linked in. and 10 p.m. for us here in the UK and GMT time zone. Come and join us all then. Until I see you then, good night, God bless. Thank you very much.